Hi everyone, it's week 12, beginning of week 12, end of week 11. This week was a little bit challenging, a lot going on. I have my son every other weekend, and I had him this weekend, and I have him every Wednesday, Thursday, and so it was just really busy weekend. I lost about 1 to 2 pounds. I'm anywhere from 229 to 230. I'd like to say 229, of course, but it did flicker. So 229, 230, so 1 to 2 pounds again, which is very slow, but I'll take it, I guess. I mean, it is a loss, and I honestly I wasn't perfect this week. Over the weekend, I had a little bit of junk because my son had a sleepover, and it was just there was junk there. I took him to a motocross show on Saturday night at Qualcomm, and it was just crazy cold. It hailed and it rained, and this is San Diego, so we're not used to that. But we had our ponchos, we had our winter jackets, and it was fun, I guess. The boys loved it. There were 4 boys and myself, and then they had a sleepover, and so there were some Jelly Bellies and there were some Cheeto type cheese puff things, and I really hate the fact that so much makes me sick, but the junk doesn't. It makes it very challenging for me to stay away. I don't dump. I never have thrown up junk. Well, that's not true. One time I had a few Doritos and it did make me sick. But I don't generally get sick from junk food. And I just honestly kind of wish I had never learned that. Or I wish that I had, I don't know, I just wish I dumped. Because as painful and horrible as it sounds, that would probably stop me from eating it. And again, I had very little, but I still had some. And it's just not good because now I crave it because I've got that sugar in my system. So today was my day to get right back on track. So today for breakfast, I had a protein drink. Then a couple hours later, I had a piece of string cheese. I went to the cafeteria at lunchtime at work, and nothing looked good, and it just looked like it all made me sick. So I just had another piece of string cheese. Tonight, I had these. You get these from Bariatric. I don't know what the website is, but the bariatric place that sells food. And it has 12 grams of protein, so it's pretty good, 130 calories. Um, but last week I got sick quite a bit, and I think it's because I can't eat chicken. Wednesday night I had the inside of a Rubio's taco, and it's just a little bit of chicken with a little bit of avocado, I think guac, and then I had a little bit of salsa on it, and that was a bad night. I got very sick. And I did have a few strawberries after. And when I say a few, I mean a couple. And I had very little of the insides of that taco because, I mean, they're small anyway. It's just a street taco. But made me very sick. And then the next night, I had stuffed chicken breast because, I didn't really think that chicken was the problem. So I had some stuffed chicken breast that had broccoli and cheese and a little bit of wild rice in it. That's what it was stuffed with. And I had like 26 grams of protein with there's 3 grams of fat. It was just really healthy. So I thought this would be a great thing to feed my kid as well as myself. And I had like a fourth of a serving. I had very little. And then afterwards I had some watermelon. And, we all have these cues that we get to tell us, that this is probably a good time to stop. And I did get a cue. Like my body just made this weird sound. Um, and I took another bite of watermelon. I wasn't listening to my body, and obviously that came back to bite me in the butt because I was very sick. And what's nice, in a way, is that, I always think everything's a stricture because I've had 2, but this time I didn't because I actually kind of felt like it hit my stomach, and I like that I'm having that awareness because I think it's good to know your body. And it seems like up until this point, I couldn't tell. But right now, I mean, Thursday night when that happened, it was a much more painful experience. I was sick for about an hour to an hour and a half before I vomited, and it was just it was painful, and it felt deep within my pouch or, whatever in my stomach. And so that was good and bad. I mean, I think I just ate maybe 1 bite too much, or I ate too fast, or I ate too big of a piece, or who knows? I don't know what I did, but it definitely I paid for it because I threw up for quite some time. And today was my son became a big brother. His stepmom gave birth to a little girl named Julia. So that's pretty exciting for him. It's a little bit stressful. I don't know if stress is the right word, but I don't know. It's just one of those things. I always thought I'd have a little girl, and I always really wanted a little girl. So I don't think it's stressful for me, but I'm just envious and a little bit jealous. And I think it will be hard for me to see them at baseball games with my son, the little girl, and then the mother and the father. And, when Jaden, my son, and I are together, it's just him and I. And, that's fine. I'm okay with that. But it's still hard when, you see them walking away. And I don't know how to explain it, but it just makes me feel kind of alone. So, normally in this kind of situation, I would be eating to stuff those feelings down. And so I'm really happy I didn't, because in my mind I was going to go to P.F. Chang's and get a shrimp dish, which is totally fine and on plan, as long as you get one of their lower, not get the crispy honey shrimp or whatever. They have a couple dishes, I've checked into it, that I'm totally allowed to have. But I thought, no, I'm not going to make this about food. I'm just going to go on, and I took my son to the hospital, dropped him off, and, I just wish them well, even though it can be a little bit painful. Um, and then also this week, two things happened regarding weight loss surgery. Somebody from YouTube actually invited me to a support group on Facebook, and it was just really nice and kind because it seems like a great group. Unfortunately, I haven't had enough time to go on there. I can't access it at work, which is usually when I spend most of my time doing daily strength or, getting the support I need. So just a little bit at night, I hop on, see what everybody's saying, and it's just been really helpful. So thank you. Um, and then I also booked my tickets. Well, actually, we're going to drive, but I booked the hotel and everything for the weight loss surgery convention in Las Vegas in May 13th to the 15th. And I'm pretty excited about that. I am taking my son, and a friend and her son are coming. So I kind of have a built-in babysitter so I can attend most of the conference. But I can also take my son to see a show and spend a little bit of quality time with him. We're going to stay at Mandalay Bay because they've got the best pools. And so they've got like a lazy river and all that. And I'd kind of like to get a bunch of people together from the weight loss convention, so, or Daily Strength or Facebook or whatever. So if anyone listens to this and is going, let me know. I'd love to, to hook up and maybe have a little pool party at Mandalay Bay. It's supposed to be pretty awesome, and it's supposed to be really hot. So those are the big things that happened this week, and I'm getting a little bit lengthy, so I will let you go. I'll see you next week. Bye.